Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, March the 22nd. Hope you're having a good week so far. I know we just returned from spring break, but getting back into the scheme of things, right? Getting back into it all. Good to have you with us. We've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour and some guests coming your way very shortly. But my co-host this morning, joining me live on location, he really wants me to say that because he is on location right now. Dr. Darren Baskin is joining us. He's the Interim Officer of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and also the co-host for this morning. Darren, tell everyone where you are.
Well, good morning. And I did want Todd to say that, you guys. I really did. So I am coming to you guys on location from sunny South Carolina.
Wow. All right. So you're already there. Are you coming back home?
I just landed, so you guys got the best of me. So all right. we're ready.
Did you have a good spring break? It seems like yours is a bit extended there, Darren.
Well, let's not say that on live, Todd. But yes, it was an amazing spring break. What about you? What did you end up doing?
Cancun. Yeah.
Amazing.
Unexpectedly got a couple of extra days there when the airlines wouldn't get me back home, but eventually they did. So we're here, and it's good to be here this morning. But Darren, we want to thank everyone for watching us live. We are live on Facebook and YouTube just about every morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. They can also catch us on social media anytime and on HCCTV.
So very true, Todd. We're live on Houston Community College District Facebook page, not the HCC, and on YouTube. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right, Darren, stand by. Maybe you can go get some coffee while you're at the airport right there. But you're going to be talking with this next guest. She is, for Small Business Wednesday, we welcome a high-end printing company who has graduated from 2 of our own elite training programs. Chandra Topps is joining us right now. Chandra, good to see you.
Hello, everyone.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to hearing about your story and your company. Darren's going to be talking to you in about 10 minutes, so stand by. Hopefully, he'll get back after he gets some coffee at the airport, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll be with you shortly. Let's kick things off with an HCC guest. Rumela Bose is the Public Service Librarian and Innovation Fellow 2022 over at HCC Central College. Welcome to the show, Rumela. Let's begin with Women's History Month in general and how HCC's libraries are helping celebrate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Todd.
So tell me, what do you guys got going on for Women's History Month?
So, every year, March is the designated Women's History Month. And the month is set aside to honor women's contribution in American history. And interestingly, Women's History Month actually began as a local celebration in California as Women's History Week, and later by presidential proclamation turned into Women's History Month. So it is celebrated around US in different universities, libraries, and of course, we are no exception here in Houston Community College. So libraries, especially, we celebrate a lot of different months, starting from Women's History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, Black History Month, around the year. So we are especially in Central Library, we do have a student organization, SLAC, Student Library Advisory Council. So we are celebrating it with honoring the women, and especially women in STEM.
Tell us more about that program, the Women in STEM program. Tell us a bit about that.
So women in STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math, the STEM fields are like substantial part of the current economy, and it represents some of the fastest growing industries. Yet, according to the American Association of University Women, they mentioned that women make up just over a quarter of the STEM workforce. So the goal of the program is to engage women and young girls in STEM activities to promote like critical thinking skills, problem solving, and all of that. So we initiated the program back in 2018 with Student Library Advisory Council in collaboration with the Central Science Club.
Are you seeing more interest in the program with recruiting more women to get into the STEM industries?
There is a term called STEM gap. It's like women make up only like 28% of the workforce in the science, technology, engineering, and math. So why so few? Although more and more women are coming into like the STEM field, but the problem is like remain in like pursuing in the career and remain in the workforce. So that was our main goal when we launched this program. The Central Science Club, the current advisor, Dr. Dalton McQueenie, and the Student Library Advisory Council, we kind of like felt that there is a need to tell our students, motivate our students by sharing the information or sharing some professionals' journey into STEM career. So definitely they get really motivated when they hear from the speakers like about their own journey into STEM career.
How did the partnership between SLAC and the Science Club begin?
So I am the library liaison for the science department, especially the biology district-wide. So I work with the biology instructors a lot, being a library orientations or programming. And we were talking to, especially with Dr. Dalton McQueenie, we were talking about how we can encourage more students to come into the STEM program and be successful in their career. And so that's how it started. And we decided we're going to bring some guest speakers who will actually share their own journey, because it's all about empowering women, because that's the tagline of our program is empowering women into the journey into STEM career. So that's how a lot started.
You also have a number of events that are going on with some guest speakers. Maybe you can give us some details on those.
Absolutely. We have been really fortunate, when we started in 2018 and 2019, we had some wonderful speakers, but then again, we couldn't do anything in person during the pandemic. So we are back with a bang. So this year, we have two wonderful guest speakers. One is Dr. Heather Domian. She is the clinical associate professor and the executive director of UH STEM program. And then we also have Dr. Samina Salim, associate professor of pharmacology in UH as well. And they were graciously agreed to be our guest speakers and talk to our students about their journey.
And are those speakers, are they still upcoming right now? When exactly will they be speaking?
So our event is on next Tuesday, which is March 28th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Central College. It's in Harmon Building, room 100.
Okay. And for those of you who didn't write that down, we're going to have all the information in our social media post after the show. Let me ask you this, Rumela. What inspired you to want to become a librarian? Have you always been fascinated with libraries? Did you read a lot? What inspired you to do that?
Absolutely. As a young kid, and especially coming from India, I have been exposed to the libraries, and my aunt was a librarian. So I always wanted to be be in the library all the time. And when I moved to US, I'm a history graduate. Another master's is in history. So I was deciding, should I go to history? And then I started volunteering in one of the public libraries in Oklahoma. And they mentioned we have a library school here. And then I decided, why not? Because I love it. I love being in the library. And not only reading books, there are so many things we could do if you are in the library, especially nowadays. We wear so many hats, technology-wise, teaching-wise, collaboration, doing programming. So I love doing all of those. So I'm fascinated by being a librarian.
Rumela, we appreciate you joining us on the show this morning, and we're going to have all the information on Tuesday's event in our social media post after the show. Rumela Bose, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, have a good one. Okay, I'm going to turn things over to Darren. Once again, join us live on location. And he's got a guest he's going to be featuring for our Small Business Wednesday segment. Darren?
Oh, amazing. Great conversation. And I have worked with Rumela, so that last question you asked her, Todd, was right on point. She's an amazing librarian, so great job. And then that just catapults us right over to another amazing woman that we're going to be talking with today. And we're going to move on over to Chandra Topps. She is the founder and president of All Day Printing. And which is the amazing part of it, she's a graduate of the HCC's Mattress Mack School of Selling and the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. OMG. Welcome to the show, Chandra. We're looking forward to hearing all about your business.
Thank you so much.
Yes. First and foremost, tell us, how did you get started with your business? And tell us about, the early years, because that's always a great conversation.
Well, in 2005, I opened up a web design company with my husband. We were in business for 2 years, but we failed. So we started a printing company instead. So in 2017, we started a printing company. We started off home-based, and then a couple years later, we opened up a brick and mortar location on the southwest part of Houston. In earlier years, be honest, we did struggle in the earlier years. And in 2014, I became a single mom with 3 kids. So I was a solopreneur. And then also I became home-based, but I was able to stay at home with the kids and still, support the kids as far as revenue. So those were the earlier years.
Can I just say, wow, you have the strength that is necessary of an entrepreneur and the drive that is amazing of a mother. So amazing. And it's so interesting to hear about the successes and also the failures, because a lot of times when people talk about their business, they don't want to talk about the failures. They don't want to talk about the successes. And so I'm glad you were able to discuss that because it's important. It's not going to always be good days.
Correct. I agree.
So tell us, how did you find HCC and actually get into this very elite group, which is the HCC Mattress Mack School of Selling? And, I just love saying that, just so you know.
Okay. Well, it started, went to Beth Guide Digital Marketing Clinic at HCC. And that's where I actually met Sandra there for the first time. And that's when I learned that HCC had an entrepreneurship program. So from then I started following HCC, and then I heard about the Mattress Mack School of Selling, and I was able to go to the online, the Mattress Mack School of Selling online, and then they announced that they were having on-site. And when they announced that, it was going to be a gallery furniture, and I get to see one of my favorite mentors, Jim McAville. I was excited, so I applied, and I got accepted as far as the Mattress Mack School of Selling.
That's amazing. I never bought furniture from Gallery Furniture, but I have thoroughly enjoyed going into the location and seeing it. And I actually went, I think it was like the year before the pandemic, or it might have been the year when we opened back up. Actually went over there and I saw the school inside of the location over there off of 45. So I was like, this is amazing. So very good. And just knowing that this is such a small elite group of learners, how did the HCC Mattress Mack School of Selling help you?
For me, I struggled with the sales part. When I was married, I depended on him to do the talking and salesperson. He likes to talk. Me, I'm like a little shy. So for me, I needed help with the sales. And Kim Burrows and Austin Tonette, as far as the art of listening, I learned how to listen more to my customers and to talk to them and ask the right questions and to understand their needs. And also Austin Tonette, he mentioned about persistence and building a book of business. And I learned how to grow my business and the steps and the processes for my business. And I also, when I took that class, I created a book of business. It's book of business. Now I'll do the CRM also, but just to look, this book inspires me because I can actually see it, and I can see the business cards. So when I go to an event, I put on the name of the event, and then I put the business, the business cards in also. And I follow up with this. I don't just leave them in the.
And I'm glad you said that, because my next question to you was going to be, when you get business cards, do you follow up with?
Yes.
So that's amazing, and you're dropping these little nuggets of information that I really enjoy hearing, because I think that one of the biggest things that I think a lot of people don't realize is that there is a science to listening, and so you actually have to be trained to listen. And so with you saying that you went and through an art of listening piece, that is simply amazing, because part of owning a business is listening. You have to listen. So very good. So what came after you graduated from the HCC Mattress Mack School of Selling?
Okay, so after that, I met Kim Burrows there, and she mentioned the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Business Program. So I went ahead and applied, and I got accepted to that program. And it that alone, it will definitely take your business to the next level. I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew a lot about business because my passion is business. But after taking that class, and it's like, it's mind blowing how much that it can help you. Because I mainly focus on the marketing part of business, but there they teach you everything about business to take your business to the next level, and also to run your business without you. And we learned negotiations, being bankable, the different processes. I mean, we of course we learned marketing also, but we learned everything there is to know, and also there was peer learning, because we were able to learn from our other peers. Everybody were at different stages in that business. So I mean, that program was excellent. Thank you, HCC and Goldman Sachs.
Well, look, we always appreciate a good shout out. So, but we appreciate even more that you went through the program and you found it to be a success, and it's there to help you. The whole design of the small business program is for entrepreneurs like yourselves that just need that extra help. And so I'm so happy to hear that you were able to get through that program, and that your sales went up 50%, is from what I understand.
Yes, they did.
Oh, wow.
And also I went through the HCC, the MDBA program. And as soon as I registered for that program, I actually won a contract with a major school district through that program also.
You see what I'm saying? Look, when it, like they say, like what they say, when it rains, it pours. Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yes.
Chandra, amazing. And so tell us this: what's next for your dreams? To be a builder and all-day printing is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Well, as far as the home building, since I'm a multi-business owner, so in 2019 I started a general construction company, and as far as the classes, I've taken a lot of electric classes, HVAC. At work, Texas, with the Mattress Mack School of Selling, they also had construction classes. So I took the electrical class with HCC Career for You. And next, in April, I'm going to take the residential construction class. And as far as my goal, as far as the construction industry, my goal is to be a builder. I'm going to build contemporary custom homes, those multi-million dollar homes. So that's my goal with that. And as far as all-day printing, I will continue to run that. But like I learned at the Goldman Sachs program, the business has to run without me. So as that business is running without me, I'll be focusing on my new journey for the construction and building.
Well, that's amazing, and it's always good to hear that the techniques that you're learning in the coursework you're able to apply to real world, because that's a big piece of doing these types of programs. So amazing. Let me say also that you slid by this, but I'm gonna bring it right back around because we have a minute or so. I know your kids are proud of you. This is Women's History Month, and just know that you're making history with your kids. I know they're proud of you, and also just because we're friends now, you can build me $1 million home anytime. Okay, I am ready when you are. You know what I mean? So, very good, Chandra. It has been my pleasure to have interviewed you, to have met you. Thank you, Chandra Topps, the founder and president of All Day Printing, and also a graduate of both the HCC's Mattress School of Business of Selling and Goldman Sachs, 10,000 small businesses. We'll have her info in our post after the show. Chandra, thank you so much.
Thank you all for having me. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you both. And I know, Darren, I'm kind of in the market for a house myself, so we're going to have to give her. I don't know, but multi-million may not be in my budget. But hey, you can dream, right?
Yes, that's what I was like. Well, I know she said multi-million, but let's see if we can get that down to the thousands.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Because all of us, some of us here have a budget like that. Hey, we've got some news that we're going to go over, some announcements for before we wrap up today's show. But one of them, Northwest Student Life has a communications club. Now, the Northwest Students Life Communications Club holds meetings every other Wednesday at the Katy campus. You haven't been out there. It's pretty phenomenal at that Katy campus. The next one, though, is scheduled for 2 p.m. today. So 2 o'clock today, Wednesday, March 22nd at HCC's Northwest College Katy campus. It's in room 240. We'll have that information in our post after the show. And March Madness is upon us, Darren. And we've got some things going on at Central. Boy, can't wait for that next game with the Cougs. But yeah, it's upon us right now, Darren.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I truly am excited. It seems like there's just so much energy flowing through the city now. And so March Madness gets us there. And I'm so glad that we're jumping on board with that energy at HCC. So the HCC Central Wellness Center has launched a fun lineup of March Madness events. So check them out and register to participate. First, they have one of my favorite events of all times. Grew up watching this, love it, the dunk contest.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to do it. I thought
you do it, I'll do it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but you're out of town, so we won't be able to.
That is so true. Yes, because it is scheduled for today from 11 to 3. So yeah, we're going to catch them next year, Todd. Really?
Okay, next year we'll do it. They did say you can hang from the rim, so I'm looking forward to that.
I saw that because when I heard them say that, I was like, yes, now we're getting somewhere because there's certain dunks that require that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can dunk, but I can hang from the rim. I think I could reach up there and jump and hang from the rim. So that's my goal.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that's a start. That's a start. So they also have the All-Star game, which is a 3-on-3. That's scheduled for Wednesday, March 29th. And that's going to be from 11 to 3. And you can find out more details and register by emailing Daniel, and that's DANIEL.Lawson, LAWSON at hccs.edu. And those details will also be at the end of the show.
All right, so check this out. Vocable, Journal of Arts and Writing. The submissions are due tomorrow. HCC's Creative Writing Club is looking for fiction, creative nonfiction, poetry, artwork, scripts, even comics for their publication, Vocable. That submissions are due by tomorrow, Thursday, March 23rd. If you've got something to submit, we'll have a link in our post after the show. I
think that's your spot, Todd. I think that's where your sweet spot is. I can see you writing a short story.
Okay, I'll get on that today because it's due by tomorrow. So I'll get on that today. Oh, the stories I would write, they would not want to publish. But okay, all right. Let's see, there's a healthy relationship scholarship there. Students can earn $500, but you got some time for a submission for that one, Darren.
Yes, you do actually. And that's coming straight from the Houston Community College's Counseling Services, faculty, and OIE. And they're offering 2 healthy relationship scholarships to qualifying HCC students that share their love for art by writing a 500-word essay or creating any piece of artwork. And the deadline for that is Sunday, April 9th. We will also have those details available after the show with the email for you to register.
There is a exhibition ongoing now through May 14th. It is Melinda Lazinski. In her solo exhibition, Professor Lazinski is displaying paper and ceramic works from her recent sabbatical at El Sur. So check that out. It's at HCC's Southeast East Side campus, the Wedge Gallery. Of course, it's a free exhibition. No registration is required. Everyone is welcome. And most importantly, Darren, guess what? Summer registration is open here. And our students need to get on board, get registered, because you want to get those prime classes, and they will fill up during the summer.
And you have hit the nail on the head there, Todd. Those prime classes, those prime locations, those prime days will definitely fill up fast for summer. You have to keep in mind that we have a lot of students coming back from universities that are going to come in and take classes with us as well. So we want you guys to get in there first. Summer registration has definitely begun. So it's time to get in gear and register. All courses offer in-person and online options, so you can choose your option. We have different options. We have the online anytime. That's where you have no established class meetings times unless listed. You have online on a schedule, which is the meeting time is set, but the course meets online. You have a hybrid model that the lecture classes meet partially face-to-face and then partially online. You have an in-person, which is the traditional face-to-face courses with meeting patterns at various campus locations. And then we have the hybrid lab, and that is the laboratory and studio courses for the courses that require the lab work. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, you can always go to hccs.edu/apply.
Do that today. Don't wait to do it, because as we mentioned, those classes fill up. Okay, Darren's out of town. Mentioned it again, on location right now. On location. But
and
tomorrow,
you guys, yes.
You've got a lot going on. I know that. I know you've always got a lot going on. But tomorrow on the show, Darren, we've got HCC's Industrial Electrical Program, and the Texana Cafe returns. All that and more. We're out of time. We'll see you tomorrow live, 10 a.m. right here on Up to the Minute.